All right, we're back with more makeup dupes. We did a video last week where we showed some of the popular makeup dupes out there, products that we love, and told you what we thought was truly a dupe and what wasn't. So now we're back with another set of products. Are you ready to do this?
I'm so ready.
If you're new to my channel, my name is Susan Yara. I've been in the beauty industry for 2 decades. I started off as a beauty editor. I now have my own skincare line, and I love talking about beauty products, but I specifically love skincare. And this is my makeup artist and also dear friend, Nikki LaRose. You have been a makeup artist for
about 13 years.
13 years,
yes.
And we figured out last time that we've been working together for 6 years.
Yes, long time.
So we've been working together for a long time. I think between us, we can really spot a dupe. So we have another round of 6 products that we both truly love and the supposed dupes of these products.
So let's see.
Okay. So the first product we're gonna go with is by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Flawless Filter. I'll go ahead and say first off that I don't personally use this as much as Nikki uses it on me, right? Like that's really the way it goes.
Yeah, I feel like I only pull it out for you. You never touch it on your own. Is it because you don't know how to use it? Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know how to use it. It's not like the most obvious.
It's supposed to be used kind of like a highlighter, but it looks like it's foundation. Like when you put it onto your skin, it gives almost like a coverage, almost like an illuminator, like the YSL Touche Cloth.
Totally, yeah, because it does give coverage.
But it does have like a brightening, luminizing highlighter effect to it.
Yes, it's almost like a filter, just like it says. It definitely gives you like a glowy, almost airbrushed filter.
So this is $44. It's also very heavy. It's got that like luxury product feel where they like trick you into thinking this is so much nicer and it deserves to be $44.
I mean, it looks luxury.
It looks and feels like luxury.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean you need it.
Yeah.
But it is a loved product, right? I think it has a big cult following, right?
Definitely, yeah.
So there's that one. And then the dupe, according to the internet, is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Perfector 4-in-1 Glow Makeup. I can already tell you we chose the wrong color, so it's not gonna be a 1-to-1 match as far as color goes, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts about this. This one, by the way, is only $13, but I'll tell you right off the bat, like it doesn't have the weight, it doesn't have the look, like you don't pull this out and go like fancy bitch here. It's like, this is a fancy bitch.
Definitely not.
This is not a fancy. So it has this like
a dome.
Like a felt tip applicator. So I don't even think I got it.
I think you have to twist more up.
You have to twist a lot. Okay.
This is actually the same idea as their concealer. The Age Rewind concealer.
Oh, that's right.
It was like also like a really popular concealer at one point. It still is.
Okay, look. So it's one of those products that if you twist, and you go crazy, it then like really comes out. So I got too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it. Again, reminder, not at all the same color. You know, we're not giving it a fair shot just by that in general, but this only comes in 5 shades, whereas the Charlotte Tilbury comes in like 12 shades. So
that's a lot of shades too. That's great.
For a highlighter, that's a decent amount of shades.
Yeah.
You wanna do swatching?
Yeah, let me swatch this guy. Yeah, so color aside, let's see if like the texture and the finish is similar.
So curious to hear your thoughts since you use this the most. I have thoughts already.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I want to hear your thoughts. I'm so curious.
Yeah. They're both giving that like sort of like a concealer, like a sheer concealer,
like a
highlighter in it, like with a brightening touch to it. They're both giving that feel for sure.
But you can feel right away the Charlotte, like you said, it's got like that instant stain. It's gripping the skin almost right away, whereas this one, it's still wet. Which is not necessarily a horrible thing.
No, it kind of is a horrible thing for this type of a product.
It can be.
This is honestly, I'm gonna go out and say that this is a terrible product for people that don't know how to do makeup. This is, I feel like, a recipe for slippy, slidey, greasy face.
100%. So for this product, you can put it on top of the foundation, you can put it underneath, you can mix it. There's so many ways to use this. I know this claims to be a 4-in-1. Primer, highlighter,
concealer,
BB cream. Concealer.
Over promising Maybelline.
Oh, it does say glow. I only see glow, and I only see this disrupting whatever you put on top, or if you put this on top of a foundation, I only see it disrupting it.
And you can see it more because you have a slightly darker skin tone than me. It's got that ashy,
it looks gray
undertone.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, whatever whatever that's illuminating it is not a good undertone.
This color is light. So light, I haven't seen the other colors, so.
And this is pretty light too. This is only shade 3 out of 12.
Yeah, this is, no, not a dupe.
Not a fan.
All right, the next one.
This is a good one.
Because we've already sort of discussed it and realized we have split opinions about the dupe. Not about the main product though, and the main product is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is the OG brow pencil. If you guys don't know, it has spoolie at the end, retractable pencil, skinny pencil. Micro pencil on the other end. Comes in several different colors.
Yeah, really great shade range, I think.
Yeah, the formulation is just, it's perfect. It glides on, gives you the best color. Isn't really hard to use. Like as like a regular person putting on makeup, mom makeup, and as a makeup artist,
it's easy for you, right?
Yeah, we both agree. This is an amazing brow pencil. It's about $23, and I think that's actually a decent price for it considering how much I love it. So let's talk about the supposed dupe, and it is by NYX. It is the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil. This is $10.
Great price.
So it's a great price. Yeah. So if it can be a dupe for the Anastasia,
you'd be saving a lot of money.
I'm really pumped about this.
Yes.
You've used this before?
I have. I used it till it was out too.
So you completely used it?
I used it until it did not twist up anymore.
Okay, and I have only been using it for about a week, but I'll say I was pretty impressed by it. I think I need more time to like say this is like a holy grail or something, but the couple of times I used it, I liked it.
Yeah. I wanted to be impressed by it so bad, but I'm not. I hate to say it. It's decent, but it's not a dupe.
So first off, they both come with a spoolie at the end. The spoolie, like you'd think that like spoolies don't matter.
They do.
They matter. This spoolie on the next one, cheap. Like it's whatever. Like
there's no fluff to it. It's very stiff. This guy is very pliable and it molds with your brow. You can get in there, you can blend it.
This is real dirty too. Like this is definitely one I've been using. Sorry about that. You just touched it and went, ew. This one is brand new, not dirty. I used it, 2 or 3 times maybe. It feels like the kind of spoolie that you get on like those cheap, when you buy those packs of spoolies.
Yes, it feels very disposable.
Like. Yeah, it's definitely like a very, very cheap one. But again, it's only $10. So
yeah, and that's not gonna make or break a pencil.
Exactly. Like where the real magic happens is the pencil. The Anastasia one, we love the color payoff too. So I'm gonna show you, it's, like really pretty. It's just like the perfect, you don't want it to be like eyeliner. Like people sometimes will say to me like, why can't you use an eyeliner pencil?
Oh my God.
Too much color payoff.
Yes, I mean, you would have Sharpie brows. Like it would be way too much pigmentation, way too dark.
It gives a nice like, it's like almost like a weird blurred pigment. That's what I think of like with brow pencils. It's almost like a blurred pigment.
So what you're seeing is it's drying down to a powder finish. So that's what makes this also a great formula. So it's drying down, so it's going to wear longer, especially like if you have oilier skin, your brows tend to like kind of melt throughout the day, especially in the summer. So since this is basically like a gel to powder, it's going to last a lot longer.
Well, there you go. So there's one thing about
why
this.
It looks like that. Yes.
So you want to go ahead and swatch. As a consumer, when you open these up, and if you were to compare, they look
identical.
The same.
Yeah.
The same. So I can see this being like, okay, I'm going to think this is a dupe.
I would assume it's a dupe. I did assume it was a dupe.
That's right. You bought it.
I did.
So to me, I mean, that looks the same.
Yes.
And it was very user-friendly for me. And I found that like I could blend it and everything. So for me, it's
for you to do
pretty much a dupe.
Yeah, and I can see why you think that. Totally.
Okay, but now I've made my peace.
Let me try this again. And like I said, I used this until it ran out, so I do have a valid opinion on it. So initially going on, it looks great.
Yeah.
It even has like a powdery finish, right? But when you're drawing in a brow, I noticed one of the biggest differences, this was depositing way too much color. It was depositing a very strong amount of color right away, whereas like this one, you can like feather it, right? So like you can get in there and you can kind of like feather it and make it soft, and you can really like play with the application and how much color you initially put on. Whereas this one, I had a really hard time feathering it, and it's gonna look like it's okay. But here's the thing, this did not wear well at all.
Okay.
And I think that's one of the biggest differences too, is like the Anastasia, It wears all day. It does not move. It doesn't melt. It doesn't fade, nothing. And so it's amazing for that reason. This guy, I noticed, it almost like dispersed. Like it spread out. And so I was noticing when I was using it, like my brows were getting darker and darker throughout the day.
Oh.
Almost like they were oxidizing, but it was really just kind of melting down. And granted, I have oilier skin.
Okay.
But I think even just in general, like even if you had drier skin, I think it's just not really a great wear time. It moved a lot to me. No, I will say, I think for an average person, average consumer, I think it's totally a great dupe. It's an incredible price point. It's got the spoolie, it's got everything you need, but for a professional makeup artist, like from that perspective, it doesn't touch the Anastasia. It just doesn't.
All right, so this next product we both have spent money on.
Yes.
And we both feel kind of meh about it and probably won't spend money on it again.
No, sadly.
Sadly. But people do love it, and we think we found a dupe for it.
I think, yes, we did.
So the product we're talking about is by Charlotte Tilbury. We love Charlotte Tilbury products.
Love.
This just doesn't do it for us.
Well, I really wanted to love it.
Yeah.
And I rarely touch it in my kit.
So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand, Easy Contour, Sculpture Facile.
And I have the medium dark.
Yeah.
They do make 2 other colors, I think.
Okay. So not a ton of colors either.
No.
Not a good shade range to choose from.
So I'm gonna swatch this one. So that is the applicator, and you can twist it up. This leaks constantly.
Yeah.
And it drives me nuts.
It's all over the place.
It is so messy. I clean it every time I use it, which, like, again, I don't use it very often, but it's always messy. So that's a bummer right there.
You can see the mess on it.
Yeah.
The other thing about it is, like, as a consumer, I would say this is not very user-friendly. It's like a stain.
Yes.
Like, it's a liquidy stain, not a cream as much. So it's already drying down, and I haven't touched this. So it's
I'm gonna touch mine now.
It's gonna stain. Like, I didn't move it fast enough. And so that's where you put it is where it goes.
And that's one of the reasons why I don't like it, because I like to be able to go back to products and move them around and have like that blendability. And also, you'll notice too, like, when you initially apply, I'm just gonna do it one more time. When you initially apply it and you're blending it, it shears out, but in a really weird, patchy way.
Yeah.
So
I see that. Look, you can see it.
Yeah, so it ends up being really patchy. And if you're not a master at blending, don't do this. Don't try it, because you'll look like you have blotchy, patchy contour.
Not to mention it's $38. But let's talk about what we think is the dupe and actually better than this one.
Yes, this is exciting.
This is by Makeup Revolution. This is actually not marketed as a contour stick. It is the Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer. The color is deep caramel. It also, they tell like they have vitamin C in it, but let's just forget about that. That's not what it's about. So this also has that felt tip applicator.
That dome. Little guy, yeah.
I think it's like a smooth applicator, the way it goes up and everything. And when you put it on, you can even see it's like an even color.
Yeah.
It's so much smoother. It's still very liquidy, like the Charlotte Tilbury.
Yes, so it's very liquidy. It looks the same initially going on, but this one has way more time to move around and to blend. So right there, it's a much better contour than the Charlotte, because it's not drying down instantly. You have that time to play with it and really work it into your skin and to buff it in, which is what you need. Also, I noticed too, when blending it, the Charlotte was, like I said, it was getting patchy and it was getting like kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
And this one, it stays evenly pigmented. So as you're blending it, it's not like going one way and then it's going the other way and it's like looking patchy. It's looking like really nice and smooth with an even pigmentation, and that's great. I'm just so impressed by this one. Yeah. And the price point, this is $10.
This is $10.
10 bucks versus 38. I think I might even put these in my kit. They're really nice. And the dry down is very silky. It's very silky, it's very flawless. We might need to get more colors and try it out.
All right, so the next product I would say is not necessarily one of my favorite products because it's just not for me. Like, it's not for my lashes, I guess. But I know it's popular, right?
It is extremely popular.
It is by Too Faced. It's their Better Than Sex mascara. People love this stuff.
For years, too.
Love it.
Like, it's been a cult favorite for so long.
I actually remember JEANNIE Mai did this like a YouTube video for them for Too Faced, where she like acted like she was having an orgasm as she applied it.
I don't remember that.
It's like, I'll never be able to like forget this image.
That's hilarious.
She was like putting it on and going like, ah.
Oh my gosh.
So this is, you know, it's definitely a popular mascara. It's a very nice mascara, and you can see that it has this very interesting brush shape where it does give you volume, it does give you lift, and it does give you length also. So there's a lot going on with it, and like I said, the formula is kind of like that perfect, like, has a little bit of like a texture to it, but not super wet.
Honestly, it kind of has like everything you need.
Yeah.
It definitely gives you curl. This is the kind of mascara that I love, that like I look for. I want everything. I want like a curl, I want thickening, and I want length, and I want it to be clump free. That's what I look for. And this definitely delivers all that.
Yeah. So this is $26. Kind of expensive for mascara, because I do think that there are some drugstore mascaras that crush.
I love drugstore mascaras. That's one thing that I am not a snob about at all in the slightest. But I do like this mascara.
It's a great mascara. The internet says that this Rimmel London Scandeleyes Retro Glam Mascara for $6
Wow.
is a dupe for Better Than Sex.
You know what's funny is $6 is even cheap for drugstore. Because drugstore mascaras are typically, I'd say like 9 and up.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So that's even cheap for drugstore. So.
Yeah. So the reason why I think people think this is a dupe for Too Faced is the brush. Like you look at the
Can I pull it
brush.
out?
Yep. And it has that very similar.
It's got that curve on the inside. Yep.
It dips in on the middle, so it kind of does like almost like a figure 8.
Yep.
That's the thing. And I'll say like brush is like 70% of the battle when it comes to picking a good mascara. And again, this is the reason why you won't see me using a mascara like Too Faced Better Than Sex, is because this is not the brush for my eyelashes.
Yeah.
It
and
will
I can
get
see
all
that.
over.
Yes, absolutely. And even I struggle with that too, but
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So we both have tried this.
Yep.
And our thought is, it's not a dupe.
No, it's not.
So when I used this, the first thing I noticed is, one, it's like super wet.
You like a creamy formula.
I like a creamy formula. Like you're gonna put it on and you're gonna like quickly just build.
Yeah.
Build your lashes.
I agree. I love that too. And this was definitely too wet for me too.
The problem with this is as you apply it, it gets so clumpy.
So quick.
And bally. Like you can actually see little balls form on the tips of your lashes.
Yeah.
And I cannot stand that.
Yeah, that's no go. I mean, I put what? A coat and a half, not even. I even like go for like a full 2 coats. By like the initial like second coat, like the stroke of it, it was already balling up.
Yeah.
So not good.
Yeah.
I hate that. And then you're working harder to like remove the balls and
you're getting
and
like
try
your
to like
brushes,
separate the lash.
you find a safety pin to like try to like pick it.
And then you end up with spiders on your eyes.
Yeah.
So no.
Not the mascara.
Not
Better Than Sex though, great mascara. The next product is a product I have loved for years. It's going on a decade, if not longer than that, and that is the e.l.f. Cosmetics.
Same.
The e.l.f. Cosmetics CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream plus Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum SPF 50+.
It's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful.
But it's good.
I love this product. I talked about this product in the tinted moisturizer video. It's amazing. It is a full coverage foundation slash has all these amazing ingredients in it slash gives you that SPF 50 protection. I personally think it's a little too thick to rely on as my main sunscreen, but I do love this product. It is so pretty. But it is $40, which isn't expensive, but isn't affordable either. So the supposed dupe for this, according to the internet, is the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. This is SPF 30, so right there you don't get the same coverage, but again, we're not really using these as sunscreen.
No, like, I mean, it's nice.
It's nice.
We've talked about
added protection. Like you're guaranteeing you've got some more protection on top of your protection.
Don't rely on it.
Yes. This one touts anti-aging benefits and has really nice skincare ingredients. This one does too. It has collagen, which is a nice humectant, has peptides, it has niacinamide in it. So it's kind of an interesting product. And that is what a CC cream is really, is that they're supposed to be kind of like makeup meets skincare. So it does have that kind of a benefit. It's also only $14.
Such a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I love e.l.f.
e.l.f.
for many things.
Definitely comes up with dupes. Like they do dupes really well.
They do.
You get just about the same amount. This is like 1.05 ounces. This is 1.08 ounces. I mean, if this is a dupe, then you're doing really well. So let's talk about the e.l.f. Cosmetics one first. The original that is loved by so many. All right, so you can see right there.
I'm gonna take some too.
This beautiful, glowy, glossy finish that I love. But lots of pigmentation. Like that is pigment.
Super pigmented. I mean, that's
pigmentation. I'm talking about skincare too much these days.
I know, right?
Lots of pigment.
Lots of pigment. Definitely a full coverage.
Full coverage.
I mean, and that was, we did what, tiny pumps.
Yeah. But
I love the blendability with this product. Like it is so easy to blend. I think it's so user friendly.
Yeah.
Especially if you mix it with like a moisturizer or an illuminator, then it's like glides right on.
Right.
But it's a great product.
It feels so good. You said it's matte, but honestly, I would say that this is more of like a...
It's more like semi.
It's semi-matte. Yeah. Like
it's almost like a satin finish.
Yes. Like it's actually kind of like that perfect finish. Like any skin type would like this.
It's like a true skin finish. You know what I mean? Like it's not matte, it's not glowy, it's a skin finish.
I like that. I like that. It comes in 12 shades. I don't think that's a huge shade range for something like this.
No, sadly.
There need to be more for sure.
They need way more.
But
hopefully they'll work on that.
I would hope that they're working on that this day and age. Like, come on. Now, the e.l.f. Let's give that a try.
I'm excited to try this because I have not tried it.
I know. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I haven't tried it.
I have been using it. Yes. I have thoughts, but I'm gonna hear your thoughts first on the hand. And you know, I will throw out there, putting something on your hands does not mean that it's going to feel the same or look the same on your face.
Yes, definitely keep that in mind. This is kind of with a grain of salt.
Oh, so this pump is, like when you pump it, a lot more comes out. So that's something to know. I'm gonna go ahead that's a lot of coverage. Wrong color. Never get it right on the first try when you're choosing online.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
But it's definitely a lot of coverage. And when you first put it on, it feels very creamy, just like the regular it Cosmetics. Right? But as it dries down, this is my thought, and I want to hear your thought.
Because initially, this is very nice.
Very nice.
Very, very nice.
But do you feel it drying down?
I do, very quickly. So the it definitely takes a lot longer to dry down. This is more of like a, 10 seconds in, and it's
matte.
It's getting there, yeah, it's pretty matte.
It's very, very matte.
You know, which could be nice for oily skin.
Yes.
And for longevity. It's probably gonna wear a lot longer because of that. So I think that kind of comes down to preference. You know, what do you prefer? Do you prefer something that's more glowy and like luminous and like that can move around, or do you prefer something that's gonna be more matte and it's gonna stick and really like have grip to your skin?
Yeah. So that's what I would say. I would not call this a dupe for the regular it Cosmetics because it dries down very matte. Like for someone like me who has normal to dry skin, mostly dry skin, this definitely start to feel a little bit like too dry on me, too matte. Whereas like I never feel that way with the it Cosmetics CC Cream. So what I would say is this is actually more of a dupe for the it Cosmetics matte version.
Totally. So I actually used the matte version. I used the original one initially, and I realized I'm a little too oily for that. And so I've been sticking to the matte one. And that one feels just like this.
Yeah, I would say not an exact match for the original it Cosmetics CC Cream, but almost perfect match for the matte version. All right, so we're on to the last product that people say they found a dupe for on the internet. This is a product that we both loved from Becca Cosmetics, RIP.
So sad.
But the highlighter is amazing, and it's really sad that you won't be able to get this anymore.
It is sad. And I've been told by so many people to go stock up, but I have no business buying more highlighters, so it's okay.
Well, what I will say about this is that the company is owned by, or was owned, or whatever you want to say about it. It's going out of business if it hasn't already gone out of business.
September, I think.
Yeah, so it's going out of business. It's owned by Estee Lauder. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna take the most popular of the products, like this highlighter, and they're going to reincarnate it somewhere in one of their other brands if they haven't already. People want to know what can replace this highlighter. And the internet says that highlighter is by Wet n Wild.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I used Wet n Wild when I was 12, 13, 14.
I mean, it's a starter. It's definitely a starter
that's
brand.
what you get.
For reference, this was $38 or is $38 if you're buying it right now. And the Wet n Wild one is $6.
Crazy.
Let's talk about what you love about this.
This one is so amazing. I mean, the formula, it's like butter. And so when you're putting it on, it's not powdery where like it hits your skin, like powder disperses everywhere. It's like a smooth application. It glides on just gorgeously. And when I tell you it's like butter, like you have to like feel it for yourself to understand what I'm saying. Right?
It's so pretty. I mean, there's no denying it, even for someone like me who isn't a huge fan of powder highlighter.
But
and like
blendability.
Like it has some major payoff when it comes to a highlighter.
Oh yeah, I mean this stuff, you need a touch of this and it's like boom. You can see this from Mars. And they had great colors in these too. Like they even had a good shade range. This is opal, so this has more of like a slightly like
champagne-y.
But there's a little bit of pink in it, depending on like the light and also who's
like a rose gold pink.
Yeah, it's got like a little hint of rose to it, but it's gorgeous. Love this color.
I'm going to touch it. I will tell you my thoughts after I hear yours because I don't
I'm so excited to touch this. Let's get a good amount because I got a good amount of the opal. Wow. Okay, so initial thought is, wow, this is so pigmented. It goes on a little bit like butter. It's a little buttery. Towards like the bottom where I applied it, it's kind of patchy and you have to like smooth it over, which is not good. This is the moment of truth. So I'm gonna try it on myself because it doesn't matter if it doesn't look good on me because I'm gonna be out of this room pretty soon.
Whereas I have videos to continue shooting today.
Becca first, I'm gonna take a small blending brush.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit the high point of my cheek.
Ooh, so pretty.
Minimal effort involved with this because it just glides on so nice and it makes you look like a disco ball. Okay, so that's the Becca. Take the same amount of product. Okay, let's test this guy out. Okay, so color payoff and shimmer payoff is identical, but this guy is still patchy. Like it wants to just stop in its place and not really move. The Becca, it was blendable, it was movable, it was, you know, it was more pliable. This one stops. But the highlight effect
you're right.
is pretty much spot on.
This one actually, you know what, the Wet n Wild one has a little bit more of a glow to it. I think almost because it is more creamy.
Yeah, I can see that. It's very glowy.
It's very glowy,
nice.
yeah.
I mean, for $6, yeah, not bad.
You have to just work it a little bit more then.
I mean, so that's the thing. Like, you'll have to just put a little more arm work into it and like blend it out, but...
So you're gonna say a dupe?
I think it's absolutely a dupe, 100%.
Just a little patchy.
And I'm glad that we applied with the makeup brush because it definitely feels different once it's blended on with the brush versus just swatching it with the hand. Because with the hand, it could be a little patchy.
Yeah.
But on the skin, it's pretty smooth.
So you're gonna say dupe?
100% dupe. Yes.
Looking at it on your face, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a dupe for $6.
Wow, I'm glowing. I am glowing.
There we go. So
this is like, it's beautiful.
Ding ding ding.
We got a winner.
All right.
$6.
Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder.
Way to go, Wet n Wild.
All right, so that was our makeup dupes video. If you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments if you want to see any other kinds of videos like this. If we missed any products or if there's something that you want us to try, we can definitely do that.
Yeah, if we missed any, I'm dying to know if there's any out there we missed.
I know, or just like viral makeup products that we should give a try too and tell you if they're really as good as people say on the internet.
If they live up to the hype.
Right, I think we've got a good perspective together.
Definitely, I think so.
Follow Nikki on Instagram. Where can they find you?
Makeup by Nikki LaRose.
And you can find me at Susan Yara. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.